Yo, what's up? It's your boy Cino. Woo! What's good? What's good? What's good? I'm seeing people are struggling to let my views come through. Now, let's get to why we're here. I wanted to show people that despite of what you might think about me, this isn't about me. This is about what the people are saying. So I could easily make a video talking about the NBA, the state of the NBA, where the NBA is today, how the NBA is being played, everything about it. But then you would say, I was hating. You guys would come together and say, hey, you just a hater. Then everyone would turn against me. Right? Now, when you start thinking about the in-season tournament, where it is, where it's supposed to be, what is basketball supposed to be? What is this really going on here? Why are these things happening the way they are? Here on this November the 4th. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Foot injury stuff. When the doctor knows absolutely nothing about your injury and try to diagnose you. We'll get into that also. And this is this is when I got my car fixed. Don't need that anymore. Now, on this beautiful November the 4th day, I think it is time we reflect. Does it seem like a time for reflection? I think so. Let's reflect on what the major problem is here. First off, they thought by painting these courts to look like video games is going to help. And it's going to draw some interest and make it look different. First of all, the players can't, it's in the agreement, they can't speak negatively about the tournament. They can't. So they can't come out and tell you how they feel. I know that because behind the scenes, the players have been saying how they feel. Now you might be saying, well, how do they feel about it? See now. Well, it was quite interesting that none of them, I mean, not one of them, actually really like this format. But to them, they just said, look, it's a regular season game. We got many more of these to go. So they go ahead and say, well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have all this laid out, and nobody's going to intervene in what's happening in the situation, period. So let's go out and play the game. Who cares? Now, here's the main problem that they had. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, the Loki shirt is fire. I'm a Loki. Now, yes, on my Screen Fiend channel, we are going to go back. He said, I like the courts. You must smoke a lot of weed and play a lot of video games. Those people would like the courts. Ball players and people that like the game don't like those courts. They too loud, and especially if you're watching it at home. If you're watching it at home, it's loud, it's bright, and you really can't see the three-point line. Seriously, it is really hard for people to see the three-point line. A lot of people are having a hard time adjusting to that. They are. They're having a very hard time adjusting. What the league came up with was an idea of how to trickle down um, different effects. They think that we're all stupid and that this is what we want to see. Now, we have a major problem on our hands here. And the fact is, when people, I know, Carlton, that's the whole key. They can't, they don't allow themselves the pleasure of not letting one guy get away with what they're doing. They they are okay with one player dictating what it is that they feel should be done. You made a very key statement, sir. No one asked for this. No one asked for this. Nobody said, what would be cool if we had an in season tournament that would really boost in those ratings? But we haven't gotten that. We haven't. Now, uh-uh. Are you kidding me? These guys don't care. They don't. What makes it bad is that the league and NBA has changed to let's help this one guy win a championship. and let's do it as much as possible. Now, back in the day, before they had the technology to help that happen, they used to, the referees were the ones that would control the outcome of games. Just like now, in every sport, it is like that. The officials are there to govern the game. Now, when you have certain games that go along with the agenda of what the NBA wants, why is there such thing as what the NBA wants? The NBA shouldn't have a dog in the fight because all the teams are the NBA's dog, right? So it appears, but it isn't. So let's go with problem number one of this whole tournament when it was announced, when it was proudly being discussed that they were going to do this monstrosity to basketball. Let's first go over the first thing when it was announced. Okay. Look at it. Look how it's blown up for us. See if we can share this here with the world. Well, we can't. So that's that. Well, anyway, this photo here. Look at it. The first mistake this in season tournament did. Mistake number one is the fact no one knew what the hell they were talking about when they had to explain it to people. People looked at this and said, "What the hell is this?" So after the first day, this is what the West group looks like. It's like there's an East, West, they got points. How the hell is this thing working? We don't know. We don't care. It's confusing to the average person. And even the unaverage person don't care enough to try to figure this out. Where points count in this monstrosity. Now, last night, OKC got robbed of a victory against the Golden State Warriors. It was a lot of scoring, no defense whatsoever. Dallas and Denver, a lot of scoring, no defense whatsoever. Portland versus Memphis, right? Memphis go down by what? 2? And they lose to Portland by a basket. So they what, 0-6 now or whatever. Once again, look at this. Pretty high score, you would say. Now, but that's about normal. It's normal, but these scores were normally very high because they felt like a lot of points, a lot of interest. They had Steph Curry hit a game-winning shot off a shot that looked like as soon as it hit the backboard, it was attracted to go where? In. Like they pulled the ball in to try to make players look like something that they're not. Now, if you looked at that chart and you are even more confused, don't be surprised because it is. I know I have college football going right here, but the silence, well, the audio's down. Memphis blew that game, or was it stolen from them? Because they clearly did not blow about 3 fouls in a row on purpose because they wanted them to lose. See, they're banking, the league is banking on you not caring about what's happening. That's what the league is hoping happens here. You don't know what's going on. See, here's a prisoner of the moment guy. Looks like the Suns are through. Why would the Suns be through? They play what, 6 games, and it looks like the Suns are through. Why are they through? Did someone just make a video saying that the Suns are through? And you saw that video and then you ran in here and said the Suns are through. Tick is dogging them because he don't like Kevin Durant. So that's what this whole thing is about. Ticket is saying that the Suns are through. Okay, there you go. Now it makes sense. He's always going off on Kevin Durant. Right, he hates Kevin Durant, but would give LeBron props. I have no idea. That just baffles me. Then if he can't stand the super team BS, then he did. The grandfather of the super team is LeBron James. Not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7 dream teams I'm gonna make. Look at this. Group play squad schedule. The Knicks and Bucks. Does anybody care who wins this? Does anybody care? Jesus Christ. So this is supposed to take place all this month. Mm-mm-mm. Are you excited for this? I'm not. No, most people I know don't care about going to see events. If they did, they wouldn't be in these situations they're in now. No one's excited about it. Now, here's the thing that we relish on here is the actual facts telling. The fact telling is that Adam Silver, your track record has been bad, bro. Your track record has been bad. It has been god awful. To be truthfully honest about it, is god awful. What would I propose? I would propose that they end this monstrosity now. I propose we change the rules back to the 1990s. I propose that we change a lot of this stuff that's going on in the game right now, today. And Garnett was like, these dudes just soft. Like, they soft. It's like, it take these guys longer to heal than it did. No, it don't. What you got Zion on minute restrictions for? The dude missed like 8 years. Let him play. These dudes are soft. Exactly, they're soft. Now, they're hoping that because it's a tournament, that it's going to draw the attention of the people. Now, here's the thing. They know this season is going to suck. The commissioner of the NBA came out and said that this is going to suck for probably the first couple of years until like we find the thing that to people get comfortable with it. Then it becomes a big thing and it becomes something normal. Do you really have a lot of money to vest that this thing is going to suck for the first couple of years? So let me get this straight. Having the Lakers or Golden State win this thing is going to make people interested? No, it's not. How about making your 82 game season interesting to people? Yeah, by doing something. Here's something really crazy, Adam Silver. Market all your teams. Wow. Market all your teams. And they said, well, you don't market all the teams, Sino. I don't work for the NBA. Now, when you sell out for the dollar, which is what the NBA did, they sold out for pennies on the dollar. And they continue to go down the same path everyone else has. Mm. The NBA is always going to struggle with ratings because here's the main factor they got on their plate that people don't pay attention to that they should. The NBA ratings are going to be low because the NBA has now went into a streaming platform where it's designed that YouTube now has a lot of their games and they have a deal with YouTube now with YouTube TV. So now their distribution is going to be controlled by people watching clips. So they have people on YouTube that they allow to play highlights and clips on their platform. Duh. I mean, if New York, you said New York's already out of the tournament. If anybody's out of the tournament, do they even care? See, what they're trying to do is build the public's interest in the beginning of the season. And what you're going to do is end up destroying your players in the beginning of a season. When people start a season, right, this is when normally their losses take place. Because your body's getting adjusted to get back to the grind. So the first couple of weeks of the season, you're getting yourself used to the rhythmatics of this is the process. We play the ball, we go, we ice, We're back on our schedule of doing this after a vacation of not doing this. So it's not that you ain't been working out, you ain't been in shape, you ain't been running, none of this. That's not what's happening here. You're getting back to the grind of playing hard, getting on defense, doing this and that. So the season don't start to pick up to after you do a month of that. Then by the second month, you start stepping it up like December. Then after the All-Star break is where people start, okay, this is what we're doing. All right, we here now. Let's go. About January on, you locked in. Okay, everybody's locked in on what it is that we got to do. Let's go. Now, like I said, Adam didn't have a very good track record because he's done this kind of nonsense before and it blew up and it just didn't work. He tried to do their own NBA award show. We're going to decide to give people their MVP awards, and we're going to have like an awards like the ESPYs. And we're going to give out our own awards to the NBA players where we do our rookie of the year, defensive players. We'll do it right after the finals. I'm like, if David Stern was alive to see this, he would have stopped this in his tracks and then probably smacked the living shit out of Adam Silver. Listen, Adam Silver, I mean, I don't know why it had to fail miserably before you understood what the problem was. That's what I don't understand. How does something have to fail for you to understand how bad it was when you made it and put it together? What am I talking about? What am I talking about, good people? I know. I got about 3 games going right above you. Right above your comments. I got 3 games going. Got my bets over here. Now, mm, he's a horrible engineer. It's just that he thinks money and events. That's always been his job in the NBA when he came over there. He's the cancer foundation guy. He's those guys that set up those charitable events, and that's his MO. NBA cares. We're gonna do an NBA cares there, and we're gonna do this, and we want to help, and we want to do. It's like, look, that's fine and dandy. You want to do NBA cares, and that's his bread and butter. That's his forte. That's where background he comes from. He doesn't come from a basketball background. David Stern respected the game. He knew the game. He understood the plays. He understood defense. He knew what a 2-1-3 and all this. And like he could read the court and tell you what's happening. Adam Silver is not a basketball guy. So all of the decisions he made, Adam Silver wasn't going to alter the game that much. He respected the game enough not to try to do that. Because if you go too far over the line, you're going to lose your fans. So he was very respectful of that. So they come out with the award show. Adam Silver, right? NBA awards. What is the problem with this scenario? A lot of the fans don't know. I knew because I know NBA players. I know what happens when the season ends. I'm telling you, by the time the season ends, the next day, and I'm saying the next day, they're gone. They're out of the country. for like 2, 3 months. I ain't kidding. Players they gone. The NBA awards was such a failure because they had no one that was going to show up to these events. Celebrities and stuff like your main players, it's voluntary. Do they want to be there? And they like, I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to have to see another. The season's over. Especially those who just won a championship. They're done. Their wives and them have made these plans because the wives ain't got nothing to do anyway but sit around the house while they millionaire husbands do this and they taking care of the kids. They want to do a family trip thing so they can post it on their social media. So they want to go ahead and they've been planning this for months. Like, okay, the season ends here, so we'll be done with all our NBA obligations here. So I got it. We leave out the next day. And the husband just be, all right, cool, we out of here. Cool, I want a vacation. After this is what the players want. So they were gone. So at the award show, you got players who didn't really win nothing. That's there. Then you have start having players that like, man, we're not coming next year. And it was losing money for the league to put that together. You flying all these entertainers in. You got Anthony Edwards, all these people to host the show. Waste of resources. Has LeBron ever showed up to one of those? Was he ever at one of those? Now, here we go. What's next? Oh, we have a new thing we're going to do to spice up the All-Star game. We're going to have like this team here's got a captain, and then this team here, they're going to have a captain. And then everybody's going to be on that team. And now we're going to have all the players in, and they can mix it up, and we'll have one team over here. Well, let's just say it's going to be Team LeBron, and we'll have Team LeBron, and then it'll be Team someone like Kevin Durant or Steph Curry. And that's going to bring excitement. I think so. Yeah. And I'm like, you took a game that was based on the achievements of all of these players making it to this point, to be an all-star, to reduce them to playing to one player who is their captain, as if he's done something more this season than any of them. And you told these guys they're going to be special. Oh, Jesus Christ. Who are in these meetings? Who are in these meetings? I would love to know, because I want to know, is everybody afraid to say this to Adam Silver in his face? Because I'm not. I would be the one to say this is the dumbest idea ever. So you're going to tell all these grown men who've outplayed probably the guy that you're calling captain that they all made this team. They're all stars, right? So you're going to tell them that two other guys are special than them. They're the captains. So they're the captains of this team. Right? So now they are the ones that get to make a decision. And they get to pick who they want out of people that made the all-star team. So now they got to get humiliated by being the last picked person. And you want to do that on national TV now. But he's already an all-star. Yeah, but now he's the last picked all-star in front of the whole damn world. Like, don't nobody want him. I ain't want him on my team. I ain't pick him first. So now you have just denigrated the players on the team who made the all-star and look like a loser now in front of the whole world. But it don't matter because it's Team LeBron and Team somebody else, because that's all you care about is the marketing. Yeah, it's a problem. And they destroyed it by trying to fix something that was broken and never fixed the problem that was broken. If you're going to say we're just going to take, the 24 best players or whatever, or 28 best players, how many ever players there are, then pick 28 best players. Don't tell me that you're going to take 14 from the East and 14 from the West and put them in a game. Because then you might as well just do East and West. If that's the reason you were starting this in the first place. No, you were starting it because LeBron James said he wasn't going to play in any more All-Star games because he felt his team in the East wasn't stacked enough and all the players in the West wasn't. He was tired of losing in the All-Star game. So to keep LeBron in it, you want to change the format around. That's on you. The problem was never format. The problem is players stopped playing. They weren't playing the game. They'd just be standing around watching one guy dunk and they go, that's cool. All right. And they forgot to play the game. Is the reason why they're there. No one say you got to play hard, but at least play the game. That's what everybody did. Then in the last 2 minutes, they try to go out and win the game. This what made it exciting. That's what made the All-Star game worthy. People wanted to see guys do their moves and all this. And this is why they pay their money. Not to go there just to see them standing around and seeing Steph Curry hit 55 threes from the half court hash with Dame Lillard that's doing the same thing with him. They going side by side. Everybody's hitting 50-foot threes. And it's like, well, that was exciting, wasn't it? Not really. Because we knew it was going in. We see them do that pretty much in a game. There's nobody guarding them. Exactly. Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors, right, have denigrated themselves and created their own dynasty. And the NBA just jumped on board. See, there's a major difference from being a problem and creating a situation to actually being the solution to a situation. They were the solution. The NBA they were the solution to a major problem. The NBA would be in such peril if it wasn't for the Golden State Warriors right now. They're surviving season by season. They can't afford to have a season not played in the NBA. They have to file Chapter 11. Seriously. Now you lost money on the award show. Strike one. The All-Star game is now going back to East and West, and none of this Team LeBron crap that don't nobody like. Strike two. So that's two failures for Adam Silver so far. Now, what is his next failure? The end season tournament. This is his third strike that's going to come on right now. This is a bad idea from the start. And now you're going to see it become more of a sideshow that people just don't want no parts of in the middle of the season. Because now you're trying to force your players to play hard in the first month of a season when they're trying to get their bodies back adjusted by making a tournament. Like, go hard, go ahead, guys. We're gonna have a tournament. This is gonna get the interest into the people. Only stupid people will fall for this. The courts are distracting. It looked like some rock and jock MTV basketball court than total like NBA game where it's good for one game. You don't want to see that court nowhere, anywhere. Period. Court looks ridiculous. But on the side note, the Detroit Pistons city jerseys, if you don't think I'm gonna have that jersey. Oh, we always had the best city jerseys because we started the city jerseys. And now in honor of our jerseys, oh my God. Oh my God. The Detroit Pistons city jerseys. Got the 313 on it. Ooh, wait. That is it. That's all I needed to see, man. Once I saw those new city jerseys, I said, oh, it's on. Yeah, this is based off the old bad boy Pistons. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's back to our bad boy days. Well, the NBA hates all Detroit Piston players. We can't. They're too young, and they don't get any calls. That's how they lose games. They don't get the calls. Well, here's the thing. It's hard to sell the NBA if they're all wearing their team jerseys. That's eliminating merchandise. You want them to have the East All Star jersey, West All Star jersey. I never like for it's one is too confusing. It's going to lead to a lot more turnovers than they're going to be anyway in the game because who's on whose team? You got and you're gonna be throwing the ball to the wrong guy and don't even know it. It's like, oh, dog, he ain't on my team. Well, the NBA don't hate the Golden State Warriors. That's incorrect. They love the Golden State Warriors dynasty. They just want to find a way to shoehorn LeBron James in the middle of it. The only way Adam Silver is removing the season tournament if LeBron gets hurt in the tournament. The NBA hates the Golden State dynasty and the Detroit Pistons. We know it. The thing is, they're numbers guys. So they don't like the Detroit Pistons because he thinks they represent bad numbers. So he says, hey, they represent bad numbers. So if they representing bad numbers, yes, that was a terrible idea, Twizzo. Them wearing their jerseys because you're losing out on merchandise of team. If people are gonna wear their regular jerseys on the court, who the hell gonna buy an All-Star game jersey? Those are jerseys that are worth money. A Michael Jordan All-Star game jersey is worth probably more than his regular jersey, especially one that they won an All-Star game in. Karl Malone, his wife took like the whole collection and he just sold them for some millions, like $5 million. He's got a collection after all the games was over. The players would just throw those jerseys away. They didn't care nothing about them. His wife would pick them all up and keep all the jerseys and store them. And he put them all in a case. Hell, he just sold his collection. Oh, of course, the Los Angeles free throw shooters. I watched that game. I did it live. You see me with a baseball bat. I had to smash up my sofa with a baseball bat because of that. When they went with the new basketball, that's when the problem started. That's when they start coming in with this magnet ball crap. It all changed. No, they no, it's a whole different scenario there. So if you can't market it and you can't buy an all-star jersey because they're wearing their regular jersey, it's like dumb. When did the magnet ball start? Probably when they got the new basketball. This new company started making the basketballs. That's when I believe the magnet ball technology came into play. It's just like baseball. Why are scores now jumping off the screen? Like you're seeing like 11 to 15 to 7. They got rid of the old baseball and went with a new baseball. So your traditional baseball that had been there for 100 of years making the baseballs. Now you got a new company making them. So the balls are super juiced. But they were mad when they felt they players on steroids. Nah, you were mad, but you don't mind about the ball being juiced. These react balls that they got now, yeah. So pitchers' ERAs are going to be like 7 because of this. Now everybody know that baseball's like that now. Yeah, these balls are not what you think. These balls are live action balls, is what they call them, and they fly out of the park. That's why they went with this as their new baseball. And they left the other company because their other company wasn't finna change how they've been doing baseball for years. They wanted to add more excitement to baseball. We got to speed things up. Now we got to count for the pitcher to throw his next pitch. We got to speed the game up. What was the known? And since they made the change, people's home runs went up, stats went up, fantasy has changed everything. Fantasy only cares about stats. Yeah, I saw your thumbnail, and that's all I needed to see, Mr. Williams. Once I saw your thumbnail, we already knew what you was finna come and do. Absolutely. So he believes that this bum from Akron is probably probably one of the best basketball players he's ever seen. He's the most carried basketball player you've ever seen. Oh, they won based off a lot of help. OKC won that game, okay, but they couldn't have Golden State lose that game to OKC. So this is Steph Curry. This is their market, so they got to keep Steph Curry up there. So now Steph Curry could lose to LeBron. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Or let's let him lose to Luca or somebody. But yeah, no. The Phoenix Suns lack a big man. That's their problem. That's their only problem. They lack a big man. If they had a big man, they wouldn't be in such peril. Plus, the NBA don't care for the Phoenix Suns. They don't like Kevin Durant in Phoenix. They don't like Bradley Beal in Phoenix. They don't like Phoenix. Because this go against their plan. You know, they got LeBron here. They got to build around the Lakers. And the Lakers is this, and the Lakers is that. Mm. Well, the new court is annoying because, yes, they are 6-1 and a very annoying looking 6-1. Okay, speed and force equals what? the mass, the speed, and the force. So if you throw something in the air, like if I throw this ink pen, your body and your brain has a natural scale built inside of it. That if you know what's inside of here, like if I put something in this question box, I know that there's nothing in it. So my brain adjusts to the weight of picking it up. It knows exactly how much force it takes to lift this. I ain't going, but if I didn't know what was in it, mass, force, and acceleration. Whose law is that? Now, there you go, Wild 23. Now, Newton's law, but this is Sino's law. So, if you had something that was on the table and you didn't know what it was at first, your brain gets confused because it can't guess what's in it and you don't know. So when you grab it, your hand will go all the way up. You be, oh man, this is light. So now your brain automatically does the mathematics. You didn't tell it to do it. Your brain automatically knows what to do in those situations. Now, when you have a basketball or a baseball, if you throw it with as much force as you throw it to get it to its destination, the speed it travels is destined by how far, how close you are. It's going to travel at a certain speed in the trajectory of the direction it is going. When it gets to said destination, it's not going to stop and slow down to a crawl. Okay? That does not happen. A ball does not traveling at that force of speed bounce on a rim, bounce to the other side of the rim, stay on there, and just fall in. That does not happen with a regular basketball. If I throw this thing in the hallway here, and when I throw it, it slows down before it goes through that door, we have a problem. If I throw something oof, and it's going that way, the trajectory is going that way, and it slows down, we have a very serious problem on the horizon. So, do I believe there's a magnet ball? The NBA proves it every game that there's a magnet ball. It decelerates due to wind resistance. Of course, great based by how far they are from the goal, right? It slows down, but never at that speed. Well, why LeBron didn't hit the shot against Denver? Well, here's the key. The ball got to get there. But if somebody blocked the ball and you can't get the ball to the damn rim, guess what? It's not going to work. So LeBron, all he knows he needs to do is get the ball on the backboard. So that's why he come in full bull and throw it up and it hit the backboard. Hard as he throws it, it hits the backboard soft. I mean, that dude did not throw the ball up that soft going that fast. He didn't go. I mean, oh, bullshit. You know damn well he didn't do that. So, traveling at that speed, and then he just stopped the ball, and it just automatically slows down to a crawl. So, how to counter the magnet ball? You have to get to the rim. That's how you counter the magnet ball. You got to play at the rim. See, it's hard to cheat a team like Denver because Jokic is going to be right at the rim. It's going to look real suspect if he keeps missing right at the goal and he's laying the ball right into the rim. So if you're getting dunks and layups on the other end, if you're going to shoot a lot of threes, this might go against you. Mm. Okay, here's the thing. Why do you think players don't point shave? Not in the NBA. Well, why would they point shave? What's in it for them? Uh, what do I believe about the situation? I think that the situation is going to go in another direction when you start thinking in that terms, because they use the magnet ball against you. A magnet can attract and it can do what? Repel. The Phoenix Suns in the Laker game. Gordon shot a three. I believe Kevin Durant shot a three, and the ball was on the money. And it was so much on the money, the magnet thing had to repel it. It rolled around it and shot it off. That shot was on the money. I said, "Oh, that's it," and it went. I said, "That's weird." And when Kevin Durant, or it might not have been Durant, could have been somebody else, shot a three from Phoenix, and it's just this Laker game, and the ball said, I said, it did it twice. They turned the magnet on. I said they turned the magnet on. In the middle of watching the game, I saw that live in the fourth quarter. And he's like, well, where would they put the magnet at? You see the thing that's holding the rim up? Inside of that device, there is something in there that attracts that ball. And it can repel it, and it has a magnet-like effect. I saw it happen in the playoffs last year with D'Lo from the Lakers. D'Lo pulled up for a three, and he did the same damn thing to him. He was wide open, and D'Lo hit that shot, and it just rolled out like. Shh. I said, "Oh damn, they screwing up people's careers and lives." And you know how it's different because when you go play overseas, they don't have that. The NBA don't control that. Their officials, everything don't control that. So the real represents the real. And you get to see how players really play without that magnet ball. They slapped everybody in this tournament, man. Whether you want to be there or not. Yeah. Dennis Schroeder looked good now. He's got in 5 games, he's got 81 points and 41 assists. But they make you believe he's no good here. Or he's not worth a $100 million contract. Really. Oh, that was complete magnet ball. The Kawhi Leonard shot? Yo, yeah. That was magnet ball. 100%. Oh, yeah, I saw a game where it didn't work. Somebody dunked really hard and it screwed up the machine. And they had to take the rim out and they had to play basically without it and they couldn't control it. That was I believe the Boston Celtics game. That's why the ref was like, damn. It was Miami Heat and Boston Celtics game. Somebody dunked and messed up something and it wasn't responding. So during one of the timeouts, they were debating should they play with the rim like this because it's not responding. Whatever, something went out on a dunk. Boom, somebody dunked hard or something and it screwed up the magnet ball on one side of the rim. And they had to work with that. Who controls turning it on and off? Um, it's turned on and off by the officials. They got those devices. You see, they be clicking the device on the side. What the hell they clicking that little black box for? What's that black box for? And he's like, oh, that's for the ref. No, they click it. Some of them got it on their belt. It's the same color as the things. It's hard to see. They got a little black device on their waist, and they click it. That's why it's the MBA, baby, the Magnet Ball Association. They think that I would not call it for what it is. It's Magnet Ball 101. Hmm. The Draymond Green free throw. Yep, the Magnet Ball. Yep. So if y'all don't believe in the Magnet Ball and where the Magnet Ball is located, this is when it doesn't operate correctly. The ball rests up there. Like, ooh, Magnet Ball. Yeah, yeah. Now, when have we seen that? When have you seen that? Now, if we using mass and acceleration equals this, you see, that's where that magnet device is, right in there. He knows it. Yeah. Damn. We just got busted on national TV. Look at Draymond. Hey, God damn. Man, that's literally impossible. Now, my thing is, why wouldn't you question it? This magnet ball thing has been going on for a while, and people just chosen to ignore it, and it's totally ruined everything. Wilson Sporting Goods and the NBA unveiled a new official game ball, and it started in the new season of 2021 and 2022. And they have agreed on a multi-year partnership, and Spalding was replaced as the official ball manufacturer. Do the NBA use new basketballs every game? The answer is no, they don't. The balls handed to the officiating crew before the game simply gets reused. Mm. If you catch a basketball at a game, can you keep it? No, you're not. They will replace and give basketballs to fans that they bring in to say, here, this is for you. These are what they call display balls. But there's too much technology in one of those NBA balls that cannot go home. The NBA game balls are subject to extensive review process before they are used in an NBA game, ensuring that each basketball adheres to league standards, meaning air quality, everything else, right? So what happens to the NBA game balls after the final buzzer? The NBA returns those basketballs to the equipment store of the home team for general use in practice drills. Each game, three different balls will be selected to be present at the officiating crew for selection. And then the two captains of the team will come out, and then they will both go through a selection process when they both agree on which ball to use. Well, it's like this. The Wilson official NBA game ball is built with genuine leather and constructed to meet the world class standard of the NBA. This is a basketball used by every team and every player in the game. Get your hands on and feel a Wilson. We've replaced Spalding. So Spalding was replaced by Wilson. Now it always says that it's defined to feel like second nature in your hand of the legends who wield it. Strictly made for the hardwood, it has a full grain leather construction that's butter soft once it's broken in. Now, the NBA weight and size of a ball is 729.5. Full grain Horween leather cover, ships already inflated, designed for indoor play only, backed by Spalding's warranty. Well, now it's backed by Wilson's warranty, and it wasn't eligible for returns. But that was Spalding's. Now, Wilson is a little bit, their basketballs are a little bit different. Yes, I remember trading places. Okay, so that was Spalding's ruling of how they did the basketball. Wilson's basketball is a little different. They say they feature the world famous NBA logo, genuine leather cover made from 100% genuine leather cover, whatever that means. Air retention, inflation retention lining creates longer lasting air retention. They have NBA Pro Seams, new channel construction suited to players' preference, right? Then they have the official size, which is 7 by 29.5. The same use as in all NBA games. The NBA game ball is the closest to what I've used by the pros every season. However, basketballs used for the NBA have a unique specifications, digital technology, and stricter quality controls or tolerance. So for all of y'all don't think that this thing has magnets, they tell you in the description of the basketball. Bam! Let me blow it up for you. Bam. Now read that. The NBA game ball is the closest to what is used by the pros every season. However, basketballs used for the NBA games may have unique specifications, digital technology, and or stricter quality controls or tolerances. So if I go to the store and buy a game ball from Wilson, right? If I buy a Wilson game ball, it will not be like the NBA ball that they play on the court. Why does NBA games have unique specifications? Digital technology. Digital technology is in a basketball. They're telling you right here. If you don't believe me, go to wilson.com, look up their basketball. It's telling you they have digital technology and or stricter quality controls or tolerances. That don't say magnet. Digital? Do you need digital inside of a goddamn basketball? Spalding didn't have digital technology. He said digital technology is insane. They're not even hiding it. No, they're not. They know you're not going to look. They always use that ball for the Lakers. They used in every team. Every team got them. They have Google built in. Now, when I tell you that these are magnet balls and you want to deny it, it's right here in writing. Why would they need digital technology in a basketball? If you look up Spalding, this is not in there anymore. Well, it's not listed at all. They have no digital technology. None of this shows up for Spalding. But Wilson, oh no, baby. Not Wilson. They got digital technology for the NBA. Just read it again. The NBA game ball is the closest to what is used by the pros every season. Closest? Damn, you thought you was buying a pro ball when you buy an NBA game ball from Wilson. Nope. It's the closest to what is used by the pros every season. However, basketballs used for the NBA games may have unique specifications, digital technology, and or stricter quality controls or tolerances. Y'all really falling for this? I ain't telling you to fall for nothing. You got Google, right? Go to wilsons.com, go look up Wilson, the basketball, and go look at their specs and everything they got for the ball. This is the NBA ball. Go review the ball. This is an actual review of the NBA ball that is now made by Wilson and not Spalding. How do you think the point spreads are so accurate or they come clear or close to what the point spread actually is? Hell, the Bulls was 1 point away from getting my goddamn over yesterday. The same way they finna take Wembanyama and make him an NBA superstar. They create stars now in the league. They need Wembanyama to be successful because they shifting the game over to international waters. So now, Sino has just exposed the entire league right now with the magnet ball. You are welcome. Shouts out to Kwame Brown, Bus Life. Shouts out to Ticket TV. Shouts out to HD. Welcome to HD IITV. Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez. I will be back. You will see me later on today. I just got to go handle some family business. So I got to go. Deuces.